Gods and Prophets 55, Kanye West, America's Outrage Test. Message to ye, keep it up, push your power, test the sky. Are we men? Ask yourself, for what reason is it okay to be told shut the fuck up? How pun we gotta be? Are we gods, and how do we profit? And today we're gonna cover that on this next episode.
Oh, won't you please rescue me?
Hello, I'm Talon Truth.
Mark Santana.
Matt Karoshi.
And Yogi Bear.
Today we're going to be covering Kanye West, America's outrage icon, and his latest excursion. But before we start, Yogi Bear, who is Kanye West? Who's ye, really?
He is a music genius. He's a producer, a rapper, very unique guy. A Gemini with a Pisces Moon.
What does that mean?
So Geminis are known to, kind of be up and down with their emotions. Geminis, they rule the nervous system because their governing planet is Mercury. Most rappers are Geminis, in fact. But a Pisces Moon person...
Was Tupac a Gemini?
I think he was.
Hell
yeah. Kendrick Lamar is a Gemini. Waka Flocka Flame is a Gemini. But Pisces Moon people are governed by the planet Neptune. Dreams, psychic abilities. They are the #1 sign that needs to stay away from drugs and alcohol.
Very easy to do when you work in the music industry as a rapper.
And they often have these meltdowns, and they're often labeled as being bipolar, schizophrenic. But a lot of the times it's because they can't manage.
So they can't manage their emotions, and they get passionate about subjects. See now,
yeah, and people think they're crazy.
They think they're crazy,
yeah,
but they're hyper focused.
They're hyper focused, and they're highly in tune around them. And depending on how you manage it, it can either be good or bad.
For all the direction that we take, what frequency we do. Now, the reason I mention this is he's the one who is the big distraction. Michael Jackson no longer exists. So whenever the news cycle needs something interesting, Ye's the sacrificial dog.
Right.
Every single time. Like Taylor Swift, when he did it on the stage, I'm going to let you talk in a minute. I'll hold up. I got something to say.
And he did have something to say.
Yeah.
Beyonce did have the better album, okay? I don't even like Beyonce.
When
but
you
I'm
whine about the separation between your 16th man and how he left you dissatisfied and unfucked, that's really what we're talking about here.
Yeah. And he was definitely drunk that night. If you could see the pictures, he was drinking out of a straight bottle of Hennessy.
That's called courage.
Also a stereotype because it was Hennessy.
No, Grey Goose is the stereotype.
No, I don't
No,
Crystal?
it's not.
know.
What's the stereotype then?
I don't know.
It's Hennessy.
Exactly.
Hennessy for black folks. Black folks like Hennessy.
That's like saying that white folks
you hang
like
around
chicken.
a lot. I think you hang around a lot of Southern blacks. That's your problem.
Yeah.
I totally forgot we had this discussion several
We
months
did.
ago, and I turned around and asked one of my black friends, and they're like, "Motherfucker, it's Hennessy."
Yeah, because he's
And
probably from
then
the
you
South.
Yeah, so that's why I snuck in your purse and took your card.
A little fucked up gnome
So-
here.
Oh man.
I just posted a comic of Taylor Swift in memes, I believe it was.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, that's hilarious.
No, TLDR news.
Oh, that's funny. So you think we should break up? She's all pissed. She's writing a song. She sings it all angrily and walks away with a bunch of Emmys. And now
That's
sitting in a
That's pretty
pile-
much it. Like for a period of time, it felt like it was every relationship that she had was effectively that.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
Every
which is
Emmy,
fine.
every single
Hey,
time.
fuel for the fire.
It's just beautiful. Well, the reason that we're bringing it up is, what the fuck happened? I'm genuinely confused. All right, because I don't really give a fuck about these false idols.
You mean what
that
happened to
pop up.
Kanye?
Yeah, what happened to
So
Kanye?
what's going on with Kanye is that he's glitching. A lot of these artists have to sell their souls when they get into this. Have to sacrifice something, someone, typically someone. The music industry requires blood. So I think honestly, he's glitching And the other thing too is it's also a distraction. We know how the Matrix works. The Matrix wants to get your attention.
Every week is another outrage.
Right.
Last
We're also
week
seeing
were
police
focused on
officers.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
You know,
we're seeing police officers kill random kids again. I don't know if you saw the kids that were eating McDonald's in their car. And the cop
there was a kid that was eating a burger.
He was eating a burger. The cop just opens up the door.
And
He's
started
eating it.
firing.
Right, yeah, and just fucking shot his
no
ass.
part did his body camera say that guy. The only thing that guy did was freak out because somebody holding a gun popped in his face.
Can you imagine enjoying a fucking... What's your favorite burger from McDonald's?
My favorite burger from McDonald's? It'd be a McDouble with onions between the meat patties and no ketchup.
Okay, mine...
And the bun's got to be fresh. Don't give me that old natty ass bread that's been in the freezer for 2 weeks and it's their last day before expiration. It's gonna be on my burger bullshit.
For me, it's gonna be a Big Mac. So can you imagine you just minding your business, just sucking on that Big Mac, and somebody just opens the door and all you see is a gun?
So
I'm gonna push the gas. Yeah, I'm gonna push the gas on the car, and they just light his ass up.
He accused him of hitting him with the door in that story, which I feel is interesting because how's he going to hit you with the door when your rules of engagement? If you're walking up with a weapon pointed at someone, you're already threatening their life.
Right.
At that point, what do they have to fear? Mm-hmm. Because compliance, I've seen
now we don't know what's in them burgers.
The image of this guy holding a rifle.
Yeah.
And just, having somebody crawl down a hallway to approach a police officer on his hands and knees who got gunned down because the officer feared for their life, and they have a court case precedent now that if they fear for their life, they can take dramatic action.
Right.
I can just imagine the police officer in the courts just being like, yep, sorry, I was trying to save him from the trans fats in that burger.
The burger was a lethal weapon to his intestines, and we needed to purge it immediately before the parasites got in him.
That was a very specific thing you were talking about the gentleman crawling down the hallway before he was gunned down. I can't remember the guy's name, but the police officer that shot him had "get fucked." I believe it was "get fucked" or "you're fucked" etched into the dust catcher of his AR-15.
And this is outrage culture. It's America's outrage test, right? We're talking about Kanye West is now at the forefront of an outrage cycle that's required before midterms in America. Because remember, November's coming, so we need a dragon to slay. We need somebody to bully. We need somebody to ban. That's why the cult of ban's popping up, and they're like, you, Kanye West.
We need your attention. Matrix needs your attention.
The thing is, though, is like he's got his fingers in so many fucking pies, is Kanye West. With his, obviously he's got the music career. That's where he first started out.
Yeah, and then you went to the branding of his fucking plain white T-shirts that go for $100. Bless his heart. What a merchant. Selling people on that was a brilliant stroke.
I wish I would spend $100 on that.
I'll tell you what, if you can't go to Goodwill and get 36 of those, I'll be disappointed. Original Kanye.
Goodwill's got some good shit.
For real, but
people's like straight up just not wearing his shit anymore. Is that?
What's up?
Is that a thing that's actually happening? People are like, no, I'm done with my Yeezys. I'm handing in my Yeezys.
No, really. So here's the interesting. What I see is people are as confused as I am about the reason he's getting fucking removed off of social media, because it just seems kind of sudden. Like this is manufactured outrage.
Yeah.
Like
it always is.
He shows up and has shirts that say "White Lives Matter." That becomes "White Lies Matter." That becomes whatever outrage is needed to divide people again into another fucking easy check in the box blocks.
Right. When none of this shit is about black and white, it's about rich and poor.
Right.
It's about the awakened versus the non-awakened.
And it's about people who have a blunt and people who are cunts.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And you're gonna have the dick riders, the cloud chasers. People are gonna come out and go, "Kanye's a piece of shit because it's popular." Yeah. And then later on they're gonna be like, "So you want to work with me?" And it's every fucking time. It's just this. It's this manufactured social outrage.
It's an energy harvesting.
And really, it's a great distraction.
Is
Nobody's focusing on what's going on behind the scenes.
or how they feel or what they're interested in or creating an abundant life
Right. They're more focused on an idol and their profits.
and filling those voids.
Who can be the visual god in my life? And today it's Kanye West. How so? Because we've got a rapper who's getting purged off of Instagram and off of Twitter for question marks. No, I have no idea because there's no official statement. People are just getting removed from various platforms without clear defined reasons. It's just whoever at the lowest level can get approval from their bosses to do the purge. And this is a terrifying fucking mentality. This means that at the whim of the crowd mob, justice prevails. Who wields that torch? We're all
He's kind of throwing down on everything now. He's a self-proclaimed Christian who is pro-life and now wearing his White Lives Matter shirts. That is a recipe for a disaster with, people.
I would argue that what it is it's an outrage test. It's seeing how the population responds to stimuli.
Yes.
Because for a long period of
do you
time...
think he's smart enough to be doing that on purpose? Or he's just
100%.
geek, so fuck it. Really?
100%. Think about him in the Bush era.
What, when he claimed that George Bush doesn't like black people?
Yeah, but think about how that was. It was not popular at the time. He pushed that message. This is pre-Black Lives Matter, right? He pushed that message. He got outrage. And what did he do? He manufactured that into success. He's a forger.
Energy harvesting.
Yeah, you take people's energy and you get them thinking about you, and then you just repeat the message that matters to you after absorbing the energy.
He would not have been able to do this if he was not as famous, though.
Well,
there's no way.
No, well, to be honest with you, therein lies where I feel like America's experiencing early EU syndrome. We have freedom of speech until a corporation decides they don't like what you say.
Yeah, so freedom of speech, but not really.
And
you
then,
know what we mean.
And then they argue it's because, it's a platform. No, it's not a platform. It's a what is it? A platform or a publisher? If it's a platform, then they're not responsible for what they say, for what people say on their platform. But if they're a publisher, they are. And as soon as they start deleting or editing your information, they're a publisher.
Right. Freedom of speech, as long as you work within the lines of. It's the reason why I'm shadow banned. I can't talk about how herbs heal. I can't talk about how take this versus that. I can't even go live.
Hell, even YouTube's...
What are you shadow banned from? If you don't
I'm
mind me
shadow
asking?
banned because during the COVID epidemic, or whatever the fuck, plandemic, I spoke highly of elderberry, and I was anti-vax, and I gave a lot of recipes on what herbs to take instead of taking Tylenol, fucking Motrin, getting the vax, you know what I mean? So I got warnings from Instagram saying that this goes against the guidelines of Instagram.
Well, even YouTube has a policy where you can't talk negatively about the COVID-19 vaccine.
Right. And eventually I got kicked off of Facebook because what I was promoting wasn't approved by the FDA.
But you weren't saying. I mean, it depends on how you were saying and what you're delivering and things like that. It's
No,
not
she
like
was
you were literally-
alternative medicine is being shut down. It's like ivermectin.
I would even provide studies that were published in PubMed to support what I was saying, so people just weren't thinking that I was talking out my ass. I'd be like, "Hey guys, here's a study from the Journal of Nutrition."
And the speed of science varies depending on what we're talking about. Even just like the outrage machine for Kanye West. You know, you've got a man who does music videos and sells products and builds his own brand based on going against what is the established normal. So Kanye West is a brand genius.
He is very good at pushing product for sure. Like just like when he was like he kind of stepped away from music for a bit, and it was like, well, I'm gonna get into fashion, but he didn't go the whole way. He just like dipped his toe, and then from that he was working with Louis Vuitton and basically worked underneath people with Louis Vuitton to understand how it worked, but not just like, oh, I'm a designer, I want to design. He did the whole thing where it's design, this, that, and the other, working with production, this, that, and the other, you know, dealing with, you know, the various different places around the world in order to make a product and actually build it from the ground up, and not just be like, yeah, I'm just going to buy a product and sell it on the internet and just stick my name on it.
I just can't wait.
He learned everything. And so he's got a really fucking strong understanding of like from concept to getting it out there on a mass fucking scale, and which a lot of people don't fucking have any understanding of at all. So I've got to give a big round of fucking applause for that.
And let's be real, this isn't the first time that a black man's been sacrificed to the altar of success.
I'm just surprised that y'all know so much information about him. I just know he had 2 blow-ups and that he was like blowing loads in Kim Kardashian for 8 years. That's literally my Kanye West knowledge. How and for what reason do you keep up with this?
Okay,
so I know about Kanye
yeah,
because I was definitely a Kanye fan. I used to have all his albums and stuff. Plus he works directly with Jay-Z. I'm talking into the mic. Can you guys hear me?
Absolutely.
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. And he worked with Jay-Z, and then he was also with this that's a model some sort, but she was very unique looking. So that caught my
Amber.
Yeah, Amber Rose, yeah.
Boom, there we go.
So yeah, that caught my attention as well. But you know, his videos have always been pretty cool.
Power.
Yeah, you know, his the way he creates music has always been kind of cool. How he does it.
Visualization before lyrics, and the lyrics that support the visual. He writes what he wants to see.
Right.
He writes what he wants to see.
Yeah, like My Dark Twisted Fantasy. I think that's the name of his album.
Phenomenal album.
Yeah, a great album. He even has I think he has a visual album to it, but that was also pretty cool.
So I got a side note. Side note, Talon, do you believe that, oh gosh, obviously I just brain fart now. You're talking about how he has to do something to give blood to maintain his fame. Do you believe people like Jeff Bezos have to do that? Because Kanye West is worth like $2 billion. That's like his net worth of $2 billion. Why not just
there's a few methods of success, and it's essential. It's providing essential services for the America. So America has a need for problem solving. Okay, for example, let's take a look at Microsoft. Microsoft and Bill Gates was allowed to get huge because he provided a solution to the computer problem. And the computer problem was, if everybody is using different operating systems, you can't hack or keep a consistent network of people and access their information. You can only hack what you know. And
he also had a mummy who used to work at high up at IBM as well, so that obviously helped as well.
Well, it's networking. It's always networking. Who you know trumps what you know.
Word.
But he's not cancelable. They can't be canceled.
Who?
I think Bill Gates.
Bill Gates has never come out with an opinion that wasn't backed by a whole bunch of sycophants.
I think his wife divorced him basically for like what's the word that they say when they basically say, oh no, it unreconcilable. When it all came out that, you know, he was on the manifest on oh shit, what's the guy's name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
He was on Epstein's
Epstein is even more brutal than you could possibly imagine. There's all I'm gonna say is, if you really want to know how fucked up Epstein is as a human being, start going deeper into what connects or what his victims had in common and what they had in common that wasn't talked about. See, none of his victims, none of the Epstein victims were, how can I say this without immediately getting fucking slammed?
Adults.
They were They definitely weren't adults, and they definitely were a lot of poor people.
Yeah.
Like, there were very few successful families that got preyed upon. Usually they're saved for the political events.
Right. And most of the interviews from the young girls were, you know, they would say, I mean, they were hooking school, and they were, like, their parents totally were not involved in their lives. Like, and...
Do you think Kanye West feels that sort of anxiety when he realizes that he's being pushed away from his kids and just surrounded by the Kardashian fame cycle?
The Kardashian witches.
Oh,
yeah.
Absolutely.
They're like
absolutely.
Imagine how powerless you feel not being able to have your children, especially when you want your children. You know what I mean? When you know their deep, dark secrets and what they do, you know what I mean? Like, that's why he has these outbursts and he's like, my daughter's not going to do porn. You know what I mean? Like, my daughter's not going to be...
We were watching a film called Society where they use elaborate sex cult magic, and what they do is that's how they exchange power between families.
Yep.
Say we have two separate families, right? And you have a daughter that I want to fuck. Well, that's going to allow us to have a business deal, but I get to fuck your daughter.
Right.
And then you record that as blackmail against me.
Yep.
And then in the future, if either of us renege on this deal, you can just publish that video. And that's where, you know, Hunter Bidens come into the world where they're the middleman who go through contracts and just sell people on the idea of exchanges.
Right.
It's the modern day political agreement because your word can't be your bond if you're a backstabbing motherfucker.
Right.
And no politician can say they're anything less than a popularity princess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you get involved in this society, then you get to bang random dudes' daughters?
I mean, yeah, just that. Look at the Epstein
dudes'
list.
Daughters, dudes, animals,
dudes' wives, animals,
whatever.
The camel in the corner that's wearing the wedding veil for some reason, and you have a bull mask on top of your head with no
poultry fucking camel coming around here with a fucking hump.
Oh my god!
You never tossed a camel salad?
Begging for it.
How do you even get involved in something that nasty? Where would I have to go to like? Get in.
Well, first you would have to have some sort of.
Can I book a flight? I don't
gotta know somebody.
All right, to be real, you've got to have some sort of important job that we need you to. Either you traffic children, okay, or you're doing organ harvesting, or you know, you're like, if this is just a fucked up analogy, but say you're an entrepreneur and you really want to take advantage of the Russian-Ukrainian war, what you would do is you would establish yourself around the Ukrainian borders and capture all of the women that are allowed to leave the country, and then immediately put them into a prostitution ring where you meet men like in 90 Day Fiancé, where you meet men across the nation and sell them for marriages. And you do that as a for-profit business.
That wouldn't surprise me if that was the thing that was actually happening, in all honesty.
I mean,
it's got to be happening somewhere. Flights to Ukraine are really expensive.
I had a client whose wife was a Russian bride. Paid for her.
Yeah?
He was a very wealthy man.
Yeah, how much did you
tell me at least she was stacked.
She was cute. She was a very attractive Russian woman.
So he was paying for the...
And he was an old man. He was not attractive. He was
Listen,
fat.
baby, of the two things that gets more puss than not, it's like a university, right? You either get in with a lot of money or an athletic scholarship.
Yeah.
How did you do that, Talon, then?
Say again?
How did you do it, then?
Raw... fucking charisma. I don't give a fuck if people like me, and that actually works for my favor. Because at the end of the day, it sounds like you probably
it worked out in your favor.
It did work out. I have a fantastic life with a fantastic woman in my life because of my balls. That's why I suntan them every fucking day for 20 minutes for that extra testosterone. Remember,
you have to suntan your balls because they don't normally get sunlight because you have so much bush. You could drown an entire immigrant family.
You leave Talon's rainforest alone.
Buddy, I'm going to get you a Manscaped for Christmas. What
kind of if you apply it with a tongue razor.
Scummy company. Just get him another branded fucking razor. for the balls. Don't use Manscaped. Bad company, bad scummy company. No.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Apparently
won't
they've been,
use
like,
fucking Gillette since
hard-
they're anti-guy commercials.
I prefer guy razors.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever
This is-
seen Talon's balls, Kuroshi?
no, and I'd like to remain it
A
that way.
distinct
for the
privilege that
foreseeable
he's
future.
not been approved.
Yeah. Well, I have, buddy, and it is like a magical forest filled with wizards and elves. It is it is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have a turtle shell down there. It is nice and well kept. Shave your balls, bro.
So I did an Instagram poll, and I asked women, do you prefer manscaped balls or do you prefer it hairy? And it was like 90% said that they prefer it hairy. And
No,
I got
they
a lot
didn't.
of I got a lot of DMs from girls. They were just like, ew, I don't like shaved balls. It looks gross.
It's the truth, man.
That's
You
not
look
true.
like a
That's disgusting.
prepubescent teenage boy, and that works for some pedophiles, but other people prefer adult men.
Well,
Women like-
what about the landing strip? What? How do you feel about that, Yogi?
A landing
'Cause, like,
for
the-
females or males?
No, for blokes. Technically, would it be a landing
What-
strip?
what would a
Technically
landing-
it technically is, because a girl be landing on that shit. You know what I mean?
What
So-
I wonder
Touche.
what would a landing strip look like on
The
a guy?
best landing strip
Oh,
that
I
I could
just-
possibly
I just-
imagine
I
would be
just trimmed that
shaving
shit
it into an arrow to let you know which way to go.
Oh hell no! That
Yeah.
that just looks like
Imagine
took way
Avatar
too
the
much
Last
time.
Airbender,
No.
but over my cock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just trim it back. I'll be open with you guys and the internet. I just trim that shit back. I don't go like completely bald.
Yeah.
But I like the bush.
Like a low cut. Like a low cut.
Yeah.
You know-
Yeah, just like I trim
I
it
wonder
back.
if Kanye West has that little, you know how he has that little cut in his hair always from the one side up? I wonder if he does that in his bush too.
Oh my god.
You know,
Well, right
branding
now,
purposes
Kanye
like
West
a
is
swoosh.
looking like fucking Kimbo Slice. And I well reckon his downstairs be looking like that as well right now. So
Didn't Kim Kardashian have a porn video
Yes.
yes,
With Ray J.
It's
with Ray J?
Uh-huh.
So when is she gonna have a released version with Kanye?
I
Oh,
don't think that'll ever come out. She doesn't need to.
yeah. I think the first one kind of discouraged us all because it wasn't that great.
All right, fine. Hypothetical. Which Kardashian are you smashing?
Ooh, okay.
I don't know. Crazy fuck's good, but damn, is it
okay.
crazy?
Let's have a look.
I'm
In
gonna
all
say
honesty,
I'm gonna say none of them because all of them look like they go, ew, no,
That's what the ball gag is for. baby.
no.
It was designed for complaints in mind.
I'm trying. Like all I can find is it just says the Kardashians. It doesn't actually fucking say which
They all
one's
have
which.
that fucking K in front of their names because they're branding
Yeah.
themselves that way.
It's weird
Yeah.
branding.
Well,
I mean, that's what
kind of
American industry is branding, though. That's
All right,
how to
Courtney?
succeed is to have a brand.
Courtney's kind of cute and
That's
also
I
not
think
a fucking child.
Courtney
so-
is definitely the cutest out of all of them.
I don't know Courtney. Who's that?
Yeah, exactly.
the one
No,
that's had the least work done. Put it that
Courtney
way.
is the one. I think she's married to Travis Barker now.
Good on him.
Yeah,
Because if
Out
I
of
haven't
the
heard about
entire
them, then they're
family.
having a
she's the
good
one.
life.
She's the one who has not had any plastic surgery.
I'll go with that
no,
one.
she's had some. She's definitely had some.
Well, she's not. But I meant like as far as like the butt and the
Compared to the rest of
boobs.
them.
The Brazilian butt lift that we
Yeah,
always talk about.
she hasn't had butt or boobs, but she may have done Botox or whatever, but she doesn't do the BBL or
Yeah.
anything like that.
I
'Cause
always-
you can just tell by her belly button.
I always find it really funny that, like,
Interestingly
like
enough-
Rob Kardashian. Oh no, go on. Go
She's
on.
also the one that's least filmed, and she's always been like the one who's been like more holistic.
Yeah, she would have been banned off Twitter if she started talking about elderberry
Yeah.
or nicotine and its prevention of binding of like protein.
But yeah, Chloe is the one who they were saying she was O.J. Simpson's child. because she looks more. She doesn't really look like the other two. She had a wider nose. She was always fatter than the other two, so she always got made fun of for being fat. And she did a very gradual plastic surgery ritual, so to speak. And now she's like super skinny, nose is thin. Chloe. Chloe's the oldest, and then it's Kim, and then it's Courtney.
Chloe's the oldest?
Chloe is the oldest.
No fucking way. She acts like a toddler.
No, Chloe doesn't act like a toddler.
Which one is the one that always has the problems and is always has the
Oh, that is
problems?
Chloe. Yeah. The one who gets cheated on all the time.
Yeah, well, the reason they cheat on her is because probably that shit's fucking crazy.
Well, I think it's based on just a lot of insecurities.
Insecurity?
Hell yeah.
What does she have to be insecure about? She's phenomenally successful and in the public eye.
Courtney's the oldest. She's older than me. She was born in 79.
Oh, Courtney is the oldest? Okay, I thought she was the youngest.
But Chloe was born in 84.
Okay, so then maybe Chloe is the youngest.
Yeah.
I know Kim's the middle. That's all I know.
Yeah.
The middle child normally does the sex tape.
Really?
Yes.
Chloe's O.J. Simpson's daughter.
Like 25 and
saying even Kelly says with the frickin' C, not the K. Unsuccessful branding. That's what I'm talking about.
Chloe was with a K.
Look at those side by sides of OJ and Chloe. They look a lot alike. You know how those LA folks do. They fuck everybody.
Now you gotta know that he said OJ Simpson, this clever marketing motherfucker, because this was back in the 90s, right? Mm-hmm. He said, "I'm not black, I'm OJ."
Yeah.
And the whole world was like, okay. I'm just saying, man, that was fucking branding. That was beautiful.
I see the likeness for OJ Simpson.
Right? You see it, right?
Chloe. Yeah.
So does that mean that OJ Simpson fucked the Kardashian mom?
Well, they were very close. So OJ Simpson was best friends with their father. Their father was like he wasn't the attorney on the case, but what do you call like the second attorney? Mm-hmm. There's like a co-attorney maybe on the OJ.
Paralegal?
Maybe not paralegal.
Assistant attorney?
Yeah, but he and OJ were best friends, and the mom was best friends with Nicole Simpson.
Was this pre or during the trial?
This was before the trial. They were, they have pictures of them traveling together. They, they hung out all the time.
And the wife just didn't know or didn't care?
Who, Nicole?
Whoever was OJ's wife. You know how many years it's been since I watched that court case?
Oh, I remember that shit because my grandmother was watching that shit. Boy, that shit was on the television every fucking day.
The Johnny Depp attorney at law episode was not even remotely as interesting.
That was pretty interesting. Hearing a girl take a shit on the bed.
But see, that's not really... Listen, a turd biscuit, it can only be laid once.
And then blaming it on the dog.
She was, because, that
shit was awesome. But she oozes crazy bitch, though.
Name me a bitch that don't look crazy these days.
I look crazy to you?
I don't want to answer that question while you're staring at me with that tone of voice.
Pre-pregnancy, I look crazy to you? I know.
Crazy beautiful, baby. Crazy beautiful. That's how you reply to that question. Jesus Christ.
I know I'm a little crazy now.
I'm the one that's fucking single? Fuck. How you guys fucking retain your shit? I don't fucking know.
I don't know. I tricked the lady into letting me blow loads, and then I just keep on doing it. Probably stop at around 5 kids.
Gotta be a little crazy. You can't be too nice. You gotta have a little bit of feistiness.
It does. It's like spice, but you also gotta understand that the best part about the world is in the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
And I always apologize.
Man, these Jenner girls are much hotter.
Cute.
Just kisses and stuff.
That Caitlyn Jenner is make some good looking kids there.
Now, I have no idea how the fuck you got to Caitlyn Jenner from Kanye West, but somehow
they're all related.
I'm looking at
I wonder if they are a giant family sometimes.
The Kardashian Jenner family tree has Robert Kardashian, then that Chris Houghton, which is Christine Jenner, and then Caitlyn Jenner. And Caitlyn Jenner and
Are you fucking
Kristen had
kidding me?
Kendall and Kylie. And Kendall Jenner and Kylie Jenner are super hot. I would bang all three of them. Caitlyn, Kendall, and Kylie.
Kylie's had to get surgery. She's gotten surgery.
Sounds to me like you support the KKK. You need a little white hat now.
Yeah, buddy. I'm going to go cut out some eye holes.
I see what you're getting for Halloween. A restraining order.
Oh, I thought they were going to go to IKEA and get me some sheets or something. Please don't do that. Because
Fuck no. We're going to the court right after this.
it's like no eye
man.
holes for this guy. Wait. Chloe. Chloe.
Are you going down the family tree?
I think he's going down the family tree. How young are you going to go? At what point is this going to get a little weird?
There's a comment from Kelly Jerry in chat that says Chloe is O.J. Simpson's daughter, and I'm just not finding that here.
So
but then again, as I said, I don't know much about them.
Look up side by side Khloe Kardashian OJ.
And while you're doing that, look at Fidel Castro and Justin Trudeau side by side.
So how do you go from Kim Kardashian to Justin Trudeau?
Because when I'm thinking of terrible dictators that are constantly pushing into my life, even though I don't live in either of their worlds, I think of the royal family, a pain in my ass on TV.
Right. And I mean, that's basically what these elites do anyway, is imitate what the quote-unquote royals have done. Royals have always gods and prophets.
Yeah. They want to be.
They're literally trying to tap into a source that they can't find within, so they emulate it and they take it from.
It's a hunger. It consumes them. It's an endless void. It's why I actually have a lot of empathy for Kanye West, because at the end of the day, we have an individual that needs that energy. Because just not existing is too much for some people.
Right.
They have to be the name that's talked about. There's going to be a lot of dick riders who go around and be like, Kanye West, more like Kanye.
Bitch.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just, it is what it is. I want to see him. I want to see a world in which we can stop this endless fucking politicizing, right? I want us to hate each other because we're individually dicks and you can hate that person openly, rather than this, oh no, you stepped on my trap card because I'm a veteran, you now have to salute me like I'm the flag.
Entitlement?
The entitlement of response.
You should salute veterans. You should also salute Navy spouses or any spouses.
Because they're the real heroes.
People.
You
That's
gotta
right.
remember
They're
that.
banging Jody while you're overseas.
I have never seen a more entitled group of motherfuckers than wives of people who have position of power.
My husband is.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
exactly. My husband is.
Or my daddy is.
My dad works at Nintendo. My dad works at the port studio that just got the Overwatch 2 nudes. Now, that'd be some real street cred nowadays.
Yeah. Then I would need a number or something.
Nudes are huge for characters.
Yeah.
People will always love cosplay as they have a desire to fuck that character and know that they can't fuck an image. Yeah.
What if you found out later on down the road there, Talon, that I was secretly a porn star? And I told you that there was a way I could get you into the industry.
How secret is it?
I don't think he's interested in any gay sex, but it's okay, dude.
Well, hey, it pays much better, but
it does pay much better.
I can get you into.
Listen, I'll get him to do something strange for a little piece of change. Okay.
Are you gonna videotape it?
Pure degeneracy around me. That's what I'm hearing.
Sacrifice your soul for it.
This is my soul for the
try it,
toll.
Talon? No.
I
What
always
amount of
wanted
money?
to do, if I want to do a porn, it would be a pornucational where I'd have somebody with big old titties talking about the stock market.
Yeah, that's
You
pairing.
know, you've
Totally do
discussed this
that.
in the past, and the fact that you haven't done it yet, I'm slightly disappointed. I keep hitting that
Well, I
refresh
keep
on
giving them
OnlyFans and not
outfits.
finding
I
anything.
keep giving her outfits, but she's yet to do the speech on camera.
I don't know how that would look with a pregnant belly now.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Hey,
Although there are
even
people
better.
into pregnant.
oh,
Yes,
100%.
yes.
Listen,
Are you serious?
oh,
Do it at around like 8 months when your areolas like blow up to the size of pancakes. Oh, baby, yes.
Oh my god, that's gross.
Yeah, and you know
That's,
what? Sell like
grossly
fucking
enticing.
pancakes.
Oh
People
man.
would be lining up, and then you know what? They'd show up to your business and be like, "Man, I saw your titties."
What's so enticing about a pregnant girl?
You're
in right after the
on
baby,
a celestial
you'll like
divine.
spray
You're
if you sneeze.
creating life from nothing. You're taking the raw components and elements of what is and making something that isn't.
Or is it because she can't
Yeah.
get pregnant again?
That's true. It's
That too.
safer than a fucking condom.
That
You
too.
can do cream pies of all sizes.
You're like, I can come in this bitch and she won't get pregnant.
I've been blowing loads for like the past 3-4 weeks, just totally unashamed. Like, yes, let me do this.
Oh my
And,
gosh.
Haven't
I
you
love
got
when they
another one on the way?
I do. I have
Oh,
my
okay,
fourth
cool,
one
cool.
coming.
Oh,
Fourth
really?
one's cooking up right
Yeah.
now.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
Christ, oh, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be 2 months apart.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So we're gonna have
Yeah, another little-
Nuggy's gonna have a friend.
Okay, so March,
That's
April,
right.
May. So the baby's born in May?
Yes, May.
Oh,
sometime
wow.
mid-May.
That's really cool. Congratulations.
Thank
That's
you.
some
You're
good
just
shit.
congratulating me on not pulling out, and I appreciate that.
Hey,
Your pullout game is weak. We
man
know.
has two
Chloe,
sides of themselves, two divinities. One is to take a life, and one is to create a life. Take and make. She's all up at. Chloe wants your love.
I think it'd be really interesting to be able to see a famous person's orgasm face, whether it be a picture at the peak or just of their faces, not of them. It doesn't be a porn, but like what kind of,
No. I got a better one. I got a better one than that. All right. What if you have the cream pie surprise face of every single celebrity, right? Whatever it happens to be, whatever escort they hire because they're feeling a little horny and that silicone vibrator doesn't have the same jam that it used to. I want to see the assassin. They're like a stealth assassin, and their entire goal is just to nut in a politician and get that face.
the
That.
face of like regret when they realize that they could have a little person inside them because of the cream pie. Is that what you're talking about?
You know, boy or girl, either way.
Okay, I dig it. Let's make it happen, man. That would be very, very interesting.
I'm just saying,
Let's
what
make it happen.
what is the next industry, the next outrage industry that's gonna ensnare people, right? Because we got TikTok, which is essentially 5-second Adderall commercials.
Okay.
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 I can't watch a television show without counting at least 36 cuts visually. It's very disturbing to me because there's so little direct eye contact between the television and the person who's watching it that anybody who watches TV for a long period of time would adapt an eye look where they would avoid looking people in the eyes. And this was
When you
really
say a
came
TV
to,
cut, you talking about a switch of the camera,
right?
Like a different angle.
A switch of the camera of angle. It's very furtive. Fervor.
You're fucking me up.
Talon,
I'm about to movie drop. 1917 is a war movie that came out, I think, in like 2019. It is fantastic.
You mean
The entire-
furtive?
I mean what?
Furtive. I was correcting him. That's how you pronounce it.
I still don't understand that. Furtive. And that 1917, the entire film is done with with movie magic, but in one shot, one continuous shot, and it is fantastic. I've watched it probably 15 times. It's one of my favorite war movies.
What's
That
it
sounds
called?
like some on back
1917.
1970.
It's fantastic. It's gritty, it's raw, it's emotional, it's absolutely fantastic. Watch the trailer after the podcast. And
There's
of course, the trailer
a
has
Korean
a bunch of cuts,
movie called Old Boy where they do a one continuous shot where the man is in the hallway with a ballpoint hammer versus roughly 30 opponents with various weapons, and they do it on a one continuous side shot, and it is one of my favorite fight scenes that in film that's ever been recorded. Phenomenal.
You guys seen the
1917?
one-shot fight scene that lasts about almost 4 minutes in Ong Bak?
Oh, what is that? Is that the Kingsman or one of the Kingsmen?
No. The film is called Ong Bak.
It's the martial artist who loves himself some ivory.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's a very, very good film.
On back. Well, I got a bunch of stuff to look up now. My gosh.
You should also look up
like
Kanye West's documentary.
Oh
yeah, I
God.
heard about that.
No, I don't want to go to sleep right now. What is
Be
the
right back.
documentary about?
You don't want to know everything about a person from their own perspective and the people who don't like them's perspective? Because I like that.
No, just you.
Yeah.
I want to learn about you. That's it. I'd watch a Talon documentary.
It'd be a lot of video games.
Just hopefully first person, just looking right at your face while you're playing. That little thing you do with your mouth, that eye squint.
Oh, yeah. You mean where I look like I'm in some form of epilepsy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And hopefully in that documentary, I want them to pepper in your O face too. I get one shot of Talon O face from the bottom, so the camera would be looking up. We get a little inside look on what Yogi, has to see.
Every time I think of an inside look, I just think of a rubber tube and a spiral.
What are you doing with that? Where are you sticking that? Hopefully not in my pee hole. Please don't do that.
Oh, yeah.
And take me out to dinner first.
We're going to stretch this one
Lord.
out.
Oh, there are people that do that, man. That's...
Like I said, I still want to do that wacky, wild, inflatable tube, man. The whistler that does the thing, just put it on the dick and swing it around.
Extended urethras.
Oh, yeah, the urethra.
The urethra extension is definitely your jam. I have heard that brought up on several occasions.
If you're gonna horrify someone, the best way to do it would be to shock them immediately.
You got to have a giant penis for that.
If you were to divide America into two separate groups, just one or the other, two sides, without using the political party, what sides would you choose? I'm gonna give my example first. I'd say anybody who has pronouns in their bio versus anybody who doesn't.
Okay. Vasectomies and no vasectomies.
Circumcised versus non-circumcised.
Oh, that's even better. Or at least we'll be able to hang out. You know what I mean?
Huh.
I mean, that's true. Kuroshi, if we're cutting dick skin, are we going to be able to hang out with you? Are you circumcised, buddy? Oh no, Kuroshi. He's really thinking about this hard.
Is he thinking about it hard, or is he hard thinking about it?
He's definitely hard thinking about it. Oh yeah. I got nothing else on Kanye. What else can we say about this man besides he's worth billions of dollars, and you still can't. He's still going to come out with an album next year. What if he named his albums White Lives Matter? It'd probably still sell out.
I think it would sell out more. I think what we're really looking at is we're looking at a batch of Outrage being the best product that you can sell. You've got to say something edgy, but not edgy enough, right? And that's what happened to Dave Chappelle and jokes against the transsexual community, and why he said that he's no longer going to do jokes about them because they started making shit real, bullied a friend of his to off themselves.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she committed suicide.
And that's the sort of but that's what we got. We've got this emotional terrorism via social media campaigns that happened. And what we're seeing is, and this is why Kanye West, this is really where we're going to get into the nitty of what we're going to talk about that isn't directly about Kanye, is Kanye is a sacrificial lamb. He's our test. How America responds to a favored author of lyrics being sacrificed to the machine that says you can no longer speak to the public. How is that going to be responded? He's as far as I can tell, the biggest target that they've tackled.
It's because he's so famous, because he's worth so much. It's going to take some time. We'll have to play the waiting game with this one.
I feel like
definitely not.
Playing the waiting game is the wrong thing to do. This is why we're talking about it, why it's so fucking important. I want to hear straight up the reason he's banned from their mouths, and I want to hear like some clear, concise rulings on this. I'm tired of fucking around. Media, at this point, there's no point of having a big media campaign unless you're worth billions of dollars. And most of those guys are people who've already sacrificed themselves to the giant devil of deals, sacrificing part of their soul for the energy exchange of power. And once they feel a bit of remorse, they start opening up and they either get silenced or murdered.
Start doing drugs, they wear the glasses, have all this remorse and regret, but it's too fucking late.
One of their eyes inexplicably gets bruised.
They turn their hair blonde.
They go on to
they go to jail or some shit like that, or they go to a mental institution or a facility for a little bit.
Or they end up driving down the street, racing at a super high temperature, crashing and being taken into an ambulance, popping up, and then being declared dead on the scene.
Right.
I mean, shit happens.
I feel like y'all are using really specific examples. So these really people that have...
Or you'd work in the Empire
you have
labels.
to remember, they work in symbolism.
Symbolism is the whole fucking point of this podcast. If anything that I can beat into your head is these gods and prophets that are pushing forth always use the same symbols to identify themselves. That's their secret language.
Yes.
It's open in your face and you don't see it. Like the spiral triangles and pedophiles. Look at the Jungle Book cover. Right?
A great movie to watch, They Live.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great movie.
Where the dollar sign, the dollars in their hand is, this is your God.
So the... what's his name? Roddy
Piper.
Roddy Piper, the only movie he ever did. He basically, he finds these glasses, and glasses, amazing. They allow him to see the programming within pretty much everything. So like you have a magazine, right? You pick up a Vogue magazine, right? And you see these beautiful women in all these clothing and things like that. Yeah. But with the glasses, you'll see there's a message within all of that. Comply, obey, sleep, don't use your imagination, no free thought, things like that. And then even the
work 8 hours, sleep 8 hours,
work 8 hours, sleep, and
consume.
Even the people, you know, he would look at some of the people, and some of the people who don't have souls, they just look like these skeletons,
these reptilians.
Yeah, these reptilians.
These alien creatures, invaders into the bodies that snatch them to look like people, but really aren't. Only using their relationship with people so they can invade the culture and take over it. It doesn't really matter what fucking group they identify as. The end result is the same. It's power in the hands of themselves, and go fuck yourself.
Oh, damn. Yeah, there's memes of this. I did not realize it was from the movie They Live. That's very interesting.
It's a good movie.
Where Duke Nukem got his catchphrase, I'm going to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've not seen that, dude. It's one of the more alternative, like, films you got to watch before you die. So
I was
I think,
raised in a very conservative household. I didn't see a lot of stuff growing up.
You have
So
no
everything that
taste
I've-
buds. We know.
yeah, but you're an old man now. Like you as soon as you got to university, did you go to uni? Actually, did you go to university?
Did I go to? No, I joined the military right out of high school.
Oh, right, okay, military right out of high school. Okay, maybe there wouldn't have been stuff like that thrown around. I don't know, but do you know what,
If I
dude?
went to uni.
I'm gonna do
What?
you a solid. I'm gonna send you a DVD of that. So shoot me your
You're
address.
gonna get the
I'll make sure you tell
hookup.
me.
Oh shit!
'Cause
You don't have to do that.
Free
It's
swag.
it's kind of an important film, dude. I think you need to watch it.
I can watch it on the internet for free. There's a couple different options here,
All
or
right.
I'll just rent it
Go and
on
do it.
Amazon.
Let's have a look.
Yeah,
It's a cinematic masterpiece about seeing symbolism and fucking sunglasses, man. Because I gotta
Yeah.
tell you, blunts are so blind they don't want to say. Thing would mean admitting that the dance that we all agree upon isn't actually the dance.
Yeah.
And that's fucking terrifying.
No, you're right. It is. You might be able to get it on Prime, Amazon Prime, in your area.
I've got good news for everybody who's worried about the America and the stock market. We've hit
give us
$32 trillion of debt, and we've got 4%
Yeah.
interest rates, meaning if they continue raising the interest rate, we're going to hit Zimbabwe money.
Sounds
Ooh,
fun.
Zimbabwe money.
Yeah, where it's
Wait,
going to
you
be
mean
So
the
I can
dollar's
go-
is the dollar falling? Is it?
it's going to be a wild time.
Okay.
What
I'll
we're
race you
basically
there
looking
first.
at is that I'm interested to see if the Federal Reserve raise rates at all ever again.
Hmm.
Because without Saudi Arabia kneeling down and keeping the gas prices consistent so that the dollar gets crushed all over the world, we're looking at fucking hyperinflation. What I'm gonna say. Or what is it called? A technical recession we're not even in yet? Have we been distracted enough? It did the Bed Bath & Beyond guy leaping out of the fucking building not get covered recently? Yeah, it's endless outrage. We have outrage distracting us all the time. It's beautiful, isn't it? News is sad and outrageous. It's never about kitties talking about cute puppies barking. You have to go to Instagram.
Because that makes you feel good.
Right.
What they harvest the energy on is fear.
They're like masturbators who need fear to
the
lube
moment
up.
you say we're in a recession, people are like, oh my God, I need to get another job. And then now you can't do what you really like to do, which is probably sitting around, eating snacks, watching movies, painting, fucking, drawing, dreaming.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Let's get on that.
If they can get you as far away from that as possible, then it fuels
Their low vibrational desire to keep you in a persistent fear state.
They explain all of this on the first Matrix. If
They
you
do.
Pay attention.
They
Watch
do.
The Matrix. That's why I fucking love that shit.
I would argue They Live is more impactful.
I would start. They Live is good.
The Matrix is a visual pleasant thing to look
but
at.
you got to listen to Morpheus. A lot of people skip over that part and they just like the action part. They really drop these gems in these films because films are fueled by imagination.
It's predictive programming as
Yeah.
well. Just like they're teaching people that winter is coming by the Lord of well, not the Lord of the Rings, the fucking Game of Thrones. I don't know. The hate mail I'm gonna get for that
Never
one.
seen it.
The Game of Thrones? Sad to hear about it.
The
Was
show?
Okay, we're in the same boat because I was not into the Game of Thrones.
it was awesome to the Red Wedding, and then you just bow out and everything's good. I feel like
did not get into that.
if Kanye West was in Game of Thrones, you would have watched it.
Not this
What a-
guy. No.
Random question. Whereabouts is Fort Lauderdale? Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale is
Florida.
above Miami.
Ah, right. Okay. No.
That's the best
I've
way
just-
to describe
I ordered some of all the things I've ordered. I've ordered some soap online, and they fucked up the order massively. But they've given me a refund. And when I was like, to Amazon, when I was looking at it, it was like, this has come from America. Fucking hell. So
Listen, America, and I gotta tell you, the reason it probably fucked up is we had a hurricane.
Oh no, the reason why it was fucked up is because they were supposed to send me 25 bars of soap and they've sent me 2. That's not a hurricane issue. That's a bad fucking listing issue.
Listen, just because they trunicated the 5 so that you didn't get it doesn't mean they didn't deliver on their end. You should just include that as a tip.
To their defense, I've highlighted it to them. And because it was through Amazon, they've just gone, yeah, okay, no problem, full refund.
That's good.
Happy days.
I'm shocked no one's called out the fact that you not only did you buy 25 bars of soap, but you also didn't go to the store and just get some. You ordered 25 bars of soap
First
online.
off,
what kind of soap did you buy?
Okay. It's Grandpa's Pine Tar Soap. It's a very good soap. So I started using it for my face because I found that when I was doing yoga, I was sweating a lot and it was fucking up all my pores. But when I started using like a pine soap, it really cleared it up. So I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Right,
and
because
also I've got
pine. I was gonna say because pine is like a carminative, so it opens up the pores. So when you wash, you can get all the dirt out.
Yes, exactly. And also, so let me get a price of a bar. So just,
I think average soap around here would be what, $6-7 a bar. Probably less if you buy more at one time.
Okay, so this is on eBay. No, on not on eBay. Sorry,
on eBay.
On Amazon. No, on
Competitive
Amazon.
website.
No. Grandpa's brand pine tar soap, 4.25 ounce, because America. It's £8 and 9p. So that's probably coming in. Yeah, that probably is coming in around about.
Listen,
man, that soap weighs a lot.
I don't understand ounces. I need a visual representation.
Not fucking around with this like baby bullshit. So
if I think about it in weed, it's a big bar.
How many ounces?
He said 8 ounces.
3 point.
Okay, so think about an ounce of weed.
4.25. It was.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of soap.
Yeah, that's a big bar of soap.
Yeah, it's a bar of soap.
But we use
soap bars. I got them using African shea butter.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, there's a lot of black girl magic in that. My skin has never been more hydrated in my life. Yeah. I have thicker, fuller heads of hair.
I got my Nana onto the shea butter. She's a old German woman, and her skin is so hydrated. She's like, "Oh my god, this works." I'm like, "Yeah."
I feel lubricated for the first time in years.
Because my Nana, she's a Gemini, so her skin gets extra dry.
So you know all about the Geminis.
Yes. Geminis are cool people.
Name 2 Geminis you admire.
My Nana is one. I don't know about admire, but they're cool people. So
Johnny Depp, Angelina Jolie.
I'd say Johnny Depp would be somebody I'd fuck with.
Johnny Depp is someone I'd fuck.
You would get that old wrinkly fucking ball sack.
What?
And you'd stretch it.
What?
And you'd take a picture with
that
your face
hair,
between it.
That hair? Did you not see him in Pirates of the Caribbean just drunk and absurd and all masculine and primal and yeah.
Listen.
I'll be his Calypso.
You ain't no fucking way. You understand me?
Sir Ian McKellen, he's a Gemini.
Wait, what did you say?
Sir Ian McKellen, he's a Gemini.
Who's Ian
Doesn't
McKellen?
he also get rammed by his husband?
Guy who played Saruman on Lord of the Rings.
Assuming so too. He's either the top or the bottom, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was the guy who was doing a disco dance fight with
Tom Holland.
Gandalf.
I don't remember that.
2 bearded old dudes having a Greco wrestling without the lube. Lots of lightning.
He was Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings.
He was Gandalf.
Okay.
He was Gandalf? I thought it was Saruman.
Oh,
No,
Marilyn Monroe is a Gemini.
Shiloh
He was also in
Morgan fucking Freeman.
Yeah, I told you.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans,
yeah.
Amy Schumer.
What is a Gemini? Ew,
Neil
gross.
Patrick Harris.
What is a Gemini?
What do you mean? What's a Gemini?
What month? What when do you have to be born to be a Gemini?
The end of May to June. So probably like May 20th, 21st to like a June 18, 19,
I think it's
20.
20th.
Yeah,
because I'm a Taurus, and I'm on the 19th, and that's the last day for Tauruses.
Okay.
Tauri, whatever the fuck.
So Zoe Saldana, she's a Gemini. She's hot. That's the Avatar girl.
Oh yeah.
She also-
Avatar 2's coming out.
Yeah, she also played in Colombiana, which is a great movie. Stevie Nicks, my favorite witch.
Nice.
Stevie Nicks.
Who else? Lauryn Hill. I like Lauryn Hill. See, the Geminis, they're like the thinkers too. Like they're very intelligent people.
This makes me wonder.
They talk a lot.
Oh, shit.
Curious. What? I want your opinion on Aries. Go on there.
I'm an Aries. Let's talk.
I'm an Aries too. Well, we've discussed this briefly before, but in all honest opinion, Aries man. Go.
Aries men, Aries men are cool because Aries, we're governed by Mars, so it's a masculine sign. Aries is actually the most dominant sign out of all the zodiacs. First it's Aries, then it's Leo, and then it's Sagittarius. The Aries are it's springtime, so we're the creators. We literally can create shit out of nothing.
True. When I can actually get focus, I can. Yeah.
Well, probably because we're governed by Mars, and we have a hard time because we're ruled by fire too. It's the adrenals that kind of get overworked. So the focus comes in a lot of times with our diet. So we have to like eat things that cool us down. So eating alkaline fruits is very important. You have to be careful on how much meat you eat because it makes us lethargic and can contribute to aggression and puts more pressure on our adrenals. Because what happens is... Is
there a specific type of meat, or is it just meat as a whole?
Meat as a whole. I would stick to like fish and chicken because it's lighter.
Yeah.
The red meats and the pork are typically harder because it clogs up the lymphatic system. And when your lymphatic system is clogged, it puts more pressure on the adrenals. And since we run off of fucking straight fire and adrenal energy... I do best with mostly fruits because it allows my energy to kind of like just go throughout the day, as opposed to just we get this burst of energy and then we're like oh, you know what I mean? So being careful with the coffee because it's a stimulant. We're drawn to stimulants like most fire signs are. Consuming
I
more.
love me a coffee though.
I know that's something
problem.
I've had to like reduce since being pregnant. Now I'm down to like 2 or 3 sips a day.
Thankfully, I have not drawn down on coffee at all.
No, not at all. But you do eat more fruits. Eat more fruits because Sagittarius they need to eat a lot of fruits because their cell salt, the mineral that they lack, is silica. The silica is the skin of the fruits, and that's good for the skin. Sagittarians typically suffer from like eczema and skin disorders, acne and shit like that because they're governed by the planet Jupiter, and Jupiter governs the liver. So liver is one of your primary organs for eliminating toxins and stuff. And when the liver's clogged, it comes through the skin. So your skin will be fucked up. You can tell. And what happens is too long of these skin disorders, their skin starts to get like real coarse and dry. You'll look older.
All right, well, I'm a Taurus. Make up a bunch of stuff about me now.
So it's not making up, but Tauruses,
he doesn't believe in programming. He has no idea of the operating system of this universe, and yet he talks a lot of shit.
You guys are the bull. So bulls don't sweat. So Tauruses, they accumulate a lot of toxins. So Tauruses, they typically suffer from thyroid issues. And again, the thyroid, that's the endocrine system. So hormone imbalances, anxiety, a lot of mucus within the body. Sometimes Tauruses, they get like real puffy and kind of swollen. But also your moon sign matters too. Some people they identify more with their moon than their sun, but I don't know what your moon is. I can't remember what your moon is, but my moon is Sagittarius. So I've always had to be super careful with alcohol. Alcohol is like,
right? No,
not for me. I'm like a 2-shot girl, maybe even a shot. I'm like, woo! Let's take our clothes off. I get red, 2 or 3 shots, I'll probably fucking vomit. I'm too sloppy. You're not gonna get nothing sexy out of me.
How do you find out?
One shot, one
your
kill.
sign?
Who makes the blood spill?
Yeah, how'd you
But
have
I
the moon
bet,
sign? That's a
I
good
bet,
question.
I bet your rising or your moon is probably Gemini, Mark.
What does that mean? What is if my moon is a Gemini? What does that mean for me?
So, all right. So basically, like, when you're born, at the exact time you were born, your planets were aligned a certain way. So you could have been, we go through different moon phases every day. So when you were born under a Taurus sun, and the moon was in a particular phase. So if it's a Gemini moon, Geminis like to be stimulated. They run on a lot of like nerve energy. They can be talkative.
The gravity of the universe was pulling your meat puppet, water elemental body around. And because of this, your animal responds in predictive ways.
Now, I got a question. When Karoshi asked you about being an Aries, you came out with all these positive things about how amazing Aries are. When I asked about a Taurus, just because I pointed out that I don't believe in it, you said that I have thyroid problems and that I'm filled with mucus.
I didn't.
So,
I talked about the health issues.
I
talked about the
She did mention about the red meats and the I shouldn't really be eating
He's just
meat, and I've eaten
hyper-focusing because
meat,
he's a
so-
negative, low vibrational,
Taurus
anxious motherfucker.
Tauruses typically gravitate. They love sweets. Normally, like they really like their sweets. Stuff that they should avoid. But you guys just accumulate more because bulls, they don't sweat. Aries, we're fire. We're fucking sweaty ass motherfuckers. I don't know how you are, Karoshi.
So is this like a
yoga, I
general
sweat
thing?
on-
Is this like a general thing? Like, in general, Tauruses don't sweat. In general, they like sweets.
No, it
Some of
depends
them
on.
will-
Like I said, some people are more of their sun, some people are more their moon, or some people are more of their rising.
These are influences of the universe.
So it just honestly, it depends on the degree in which your planet sit in. So the closer the degree is, then the more of that planet you would accumulate. So I would have to look at your natal chart to see, like, if you are more of a Taurus or more of, your moon
I'd be
or more of
wondering
your
if you could
rising.
add where they
All right.
physically are in the world as well, acting.
So I'm sure if, I took like a Mark, right? Let's say he was born June 2nd, 1971 at 1:01
In the back
a.m.
alley of
in, Orlando, Florida versus another person who was born on the same exact day, same exact time in a different location. The positioning of the planets is going to be slightly different because it's longitude, latitude, just depends. That's why your natal chart is very, in my opinion, very important to know because it's like your individual coding.
Okay, all right.
You can
I'll
tell.
leave it at that.
You can tell just based on your planets, like if you've inherited trauma from your mom's side, from your dad's side,
Or from your uncle.
yeah, from your uncle.
Listen
There's
here.
even a house that's dictated towards your careers, like what career you would benefit in. The 11th house is the career house, so you can tell, like, like if you're, if you're looking at your child's natal chart, what they might be into. Like my little sister Amara, her natal chart, she's into like the medical field, but I've looked at her chart and I can tell that she's going to be like a traveling medical person. And that's what she's getting into. Like she wants to be a traveling physician. Cause she's also a Taurus. So she's always had issues with colds, the throat problem, colds in the throat, struggling with like expressing herself. Taurus is either they express themselves too much or too little. But again,
That might be the only thing that you said that was correct. But then again, you don't have my whole chart. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt on this.
Well,
because I don't, because I sweat like a pig.
I have another sister who's a
mucus.
I have another
this
sister.
motherfucker is actually gonna say that he sweats normal.
I have another sister who's a Taurus, and she expresses herself a little too much to the point where she has had thyroid issues. Like she be talking like she's overly opinionated sometimes.
So all I'm hearing
So
right
it's a
now,
modern day
you've
woman.
got lots and lots of sisters.
What'd you
And,
say?
But are they single?
No, none of them are single except the one that's underage.
Karoshi.
Okay, no, I don't do
Karoshi,
underage.
Karoshi. She
He
has some
limitations.
sisters, bud. She
Yeah,
has.
like,
She's
I'm
got
allowed
a
to
sister that.
ask.
Yeah, of course. She has a sister that looks a lot like her. Is probably a little bit taller and thicker, and then she has this other sister that's much thicker. She's like a black guy's wet dream, and
Wet dream.
I'm telling you,
I'm the shortest out of all three of us.
yeah. But they all like kind of look alike. So, oh man, like it's just to have a sleepover with the three of them or the four of them, however many there are.
Mayo, do you need a couple of minutes?
Hey,
I do.
listen, Mayo, listen, let me tell you something, okay? So the sister that you like that you're talking about, she told me how she came over close to the honey, came over to the your area, and you went straight on your phone.
Well, I mean, of course I got on my phone. I don't want her to have me checking around. I like to be respectful in that aspect. I'll be disrespectful behind her back. I mean, but yeah, she.
Also, you're trying to get that. You're trying to get that back view.
Damn, girl,
Yes,
do you turn around?
A lot of times, if she walks by and she's like, say she's walking towards me and I'm facing her, I will turn away and look the opposite direction because when she walks by me, it's all ass. There you go. Oh, that's how it works.
You're horrendous. I love it. You're horrendous. So all I'm hearing is next summer, Karoshi's coming over for a barbecue. That's what I'm hearing. And we're all getting together and we're all going to have a drink or not, you know, because some
As
of us
long
aren't
as
drinking and
Mark
stuff like
doesn't
that.
serve us chicken dogs.
Yeah.
And then you,
Yeah.
We'll
everyone's
bring
only getting chicken dogs.
we'll bring our own meat.
Yeah.
All right.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Chicken dogs literally gave you a baby, so you're welcome. That's twice.
Yeah.
That's twice. Don't let them
That's
talk
true.
shit. I introduced you. I literally laid out the pathway of love, and then I served you chicken dogs and gave you a fucking baby.
You're right.
You're welcome. That kid better have my middle name.
I don't want to introduce that level of failure in their life.
You guys are
There's
terrible.
building up character and there's also sabotaging.
Yeah, also, I don't think Cook is a very good middle name. So.
Oh my
I'm,
god.
Cuck?
I'm
Is
so.
that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said. Mayo, I don't know why I rip 7 shades of shit out of you. One, I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong, but also I wouldn't do it if I didn't love you. So
That's true. We only beat you because
I
we
can
love
take
you.
it.
all right.
Guys are weird. You guys beat each other up and you're best friends.
And girls
That's
talk
how
all
it
sorts
works.
of shit behind each other's backs, but then smile and give fake bullshit face to face.
Not me. I don't fuck with anybody.
Nah,
I know a
that's
couple of
what.
guys
I got-
who do that as well.
I
to
got
be
one
fair,
best
so-
friend.
You should give them some water to get the sand out of their vaginas.
Through that, yeah.
But then the beaches wouldn't have any business.
Any of y'all ever fucked on a beach?
It's a terrible idea.
Yes, not a fan.
That's terrible.
I banged on a beach here in Florida at the top of a lifeguard stand. It was pretty awesome.
That's above the sand.
Okay,
You know,
on the
that's not
lifeguard
bad.
thing, I could. Yeah, that's better.
What I'm
I was
hearing is
still
above
on
the
the beach.
sand.
No, I didn't say in the sand. I said on the beach.
Well, yeah.
You can pull your car onto the beach and you're still on the beach.
When I
even if you
assume
bang in
somebody
your car.
talks about the fucking beach, it's not just the location.
You don't-
There's sand and water involved.
You don't want to be on the beach in the sand down here because they're fucking sand flies, and they will fuck you up at
What are
nighttime.
you talking about?
Shit,
No,
I
they're
went.
sand fleas.
Yeah, sand fleas. Yeah, I went skinny dipping.
Mhm.
This was back in, I think, December of last year. Yeah, it was an Aquarius full moon. And yeah, me and my girlfriend, we bought a fucking pizza, this fucking expensive ass vegan pizza. Okay, we set it all out. We had the blankets out. We took our clothes off. We fucking jumped into the water. Come back. Our fucking pizza was infiltrated by sand fleas all over our blankets, all over our shit.
Did you leave it all there?
It's terrible.
It's terrible.
My sand flea experience was I didn't even notice that they were eating me because I was tripping balls on acid, and I fell asleep on the beach with a couple of buddies.
Oh,
and when we woke up the next day, we were just covered, and the itch was out of this world.
Yeah, we got bit by
LSD
fleas.
was really good though.
I wonder if the sand fleas got high because they bit you.
Oh,
You were on
they
LSD.
definitely would have.
I wonder
they
if
definitely would
we
have.
bite him if on LSD, if he would then make us high. Could we be LSD vampires?
We would have to ask. Maybe we could find that in the Jeffrey Dahmer files. He did say the taste of tattoos is gross.
Well, it's.
Did he
Dang.
really? We didn't even cover that. Oh my gosh, that's nasty.
Yeah, he said he didn't like the taste of tattoos. So I wouldn't have been a candidate.
And that's
Maybe
a good
he just has
thing.
bad taste.
I would be fucked though.
Oh, he would love you. Your pretty little beard and your long hair.
You know, I'm feeling
And your
like
pretty
highly
little
doubt that.
eyes and your like beard.
I need an adult
No.
here. I need an adult. I've got a predator sexual after me.
Talon's in the gay bar. He's got people all around him, and Dahmer walks in and he's like, I'll take you, not you. Yeah. Talon, you'd be safe, my friend.
I don't know whether this is an actual quote, but here's the quote I'm reading right now. I ate someone with a tattoo once. The ink made the meat taste like shit.
Oh
Eat
my
garlic
God.
to avoid vampires. Get a tattoo to avoid cannibals. So,
You know, it's
Whether
those
that-
type
whether
of
that's
opinions
actual-
that would lead me to get a tattoo, though.
Yeah, get a tattoo.
That's a no.
You could get the baby's
you can't-
footprints on you.
You can't get into a Jewish cemetery if you have
I'm
a
not
tattoo.
burying you in a Jew cemetery. I'm gonna cremate your ass and smoke you.
Listen, I do not want to be in an oven. All right,
I like the
want
way
to be
she
under a
assumes
tree
she's
so that
going to
people
be the
can
last
eat
one
me.
to go out, the two of you. It's like,
It'll be what it is we'll be an Egyptian burial, and you'll be entombed with me.
What I'll do is I'm gonna cremate you, and then I'm gonna put you in, you know, those little those jars of sand that they use for timers.
Yeah.
And we'll use you on game night.
Okay.
Yeah, that way you're always with us.
That's true. I love game night.
you
I would
could,
just
like,
have someone throw me in a dumpster.
Yeah.
I think another cool thing you could do is put me into rock salt and load me into shotgun shell.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That way I'm defending my family.
Like that.
Yeah, it's like a warning, because you're hitting people with rock salt. You're saying no, but not enough to give them BBs. You know what I'm saying? It sucks, but you'll mostly live.
Never been.
Speaking
shot
of,
with rock salt. Thank
have
God.
any of you tasered each other yet?
Terrible, no.
I have been shot with darts before, but I've never been tased before.
I've been tased, and it's the most terrible thing in the world. I hate it.
I've been tased, and it's phenomenal.
That's terrible.
When did that
They're
happen?
so.
If you don't mind
I'm
me
assuming you've done this for play. Like, hey, let's just tase each other.
I mean, whenever you get a new toy, don't you want to test it out?
Yeah,
No, that's
right.
a toy.
For
That's
someone
the-
that works in the military, that might not be the best.
Oh my god.
Yeah, mine was a police
Let's just go.
taser.
They had CS gas where you had to throw your face into a giant portal of just whatever they used to suppress civilians. You had to take off a gas mask and try to survive, and deal how to learn on a gas mask.
Wait, so you said try to survive. What
Yeah.
if you don't survive?
Well, then you die. What the fuck is the
what the
confusion
fuck?
here?
That's terrible.
Wait, did you go inside the actual building, Talon? They brought you in a building, correct?
Yeah. They brought me in a
Yeah, okay.
building.
You
so
said-
wait.
That's right.
So you can die from this.
No, you just panic. No, you don't die from it. You just panic. It feels like someone is spraying pepper spray in your mouth, in your nose, and down
If
your throat.
someone
You
has
feel like you can't breathe.
a response where they have a fear response hard enough and absorbs enough of it, they could irritate themselves to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I guess
always a
that's
possibility
yeah.
with gas.
I'm so happy I didn't pass the Navy test. You know, I almost went in.
You would have been swallowing a lot of semen.
I coughed so hard coming out of that building that I fell on the ground. They made me do it again.
What?
Yeah. I had to do it
that's
twice.
That's military, baby.
But you know what? I've heard, my stepdad was in the Marines, and the story he tells me, like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't think these what are they, Generation Zs? They would never survive this shit.
I can't wait.
I'll never say the unit he was in, but I mean, getting hit with the back of a shotgun, being like, you know what I mean? Like, just fucking abused by your fucking sergeant. I don't know what the fuck you call them or what the order is.
I remember crawling through a fire ant hill in Georgia, and I had to hold that shit in as they were eating my hand alive until I had an
And you hate vermin.
Oh, yeah. While I'm doing a low crawl across the Georgia clay. Yeah, and then I had to tell the drill sergeant my arm's like 2 sizes larger, so it looks like I have a glove mitt. Like, drill sergeant, I think it ain't bit me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It is what it is, though. If you can
But you know
survive
what?
that.
I'm sure that builds character, and I'm sure at the end of the day, you guys have a story to tell, and you guys can bond off of the bullshit that you just experienced over a beer.
Oh yeah, there's a nickname that I had when I was in there that I will always cherish.
What was it?
It was Pork Chop.
Let's
Why
go,
were you called pork chop?
Let me tell you a little bit about... Do you know anything about military eating? When you eat in the military and you're in basic training or advanced individual training, AIT, you get a bit of a choice, but they still serve whatever they're fucking gonna serve you. But basic training, you didn't get a choice. Whatever number you were in the line was the food that you got, and they rotated that. And so it was chicken, pork chops, chicken. It was beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, they rotate this, and I just constantly got chicken.
That's why you don't like chicken as much now. Seriously, I'm like, I want to make chicken, and he's like, chicken. But luckily, my family can make good chicken.
Yeah, at least he has flavor that isn't just roasted chicken.
Oh.
Fry the motherfucker. Do something. Bland, white, chunky
Boiled.
chicken. So one day I was in fucking Georgia, and we had just done a field exercise, and I was hungry. And I was counting my number in line, and I was like, yes, I timed it perfectly this time. I'm gonna get anything but fucking chicken.
You weren't getting.
I just knew I wasn't getting chicken. I didn't give a fuck what it was. It wasn't gonna be chicken. And so we get to my place in the line, and they run out of the meat that was in the rotation. So they went to give me chicken, and I looked at them. I was like, "Could you just give me a pork chop?" No. So you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Reached right in there and got a fucking pork chop and started eating it right in front of them. And I ate that motherfucker because I knew that I was done. I was done. I did not give a fuck if I got court-martialed. I didn't give a shit. I was not eating chicken. I was eating pork chop.
Beautiful.
And that's how you got the name Pork Chop?
Yeah, I got roasted the fuck out in the entire what is it? Company? But it was a shared company space with another company. So it was a beautiful moment where I got to do push-ups in front of my peers, smiling wide. I even had the bones of the pork chop between my teeth.
Oh, I'm surprised they didn't make you stand in the middle of all of them and make them do push-ups.
I wouldn't give a fuck. I would eat another one.
It was worth it to you,
It was 100% worth it. But then again, I was the Forrest Gump retard type that could just put together a rifle in 54 seconds. So,
Right.
You know, they loved me and they hated me in equal measure. It was a beautiful relationship.
Oh, man. It's called balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Great way to get a nickname. Hey, at least it was pork chop and not something like Yee.
Yee.
Yee. No, just call me Yee now. What, isn't it Snoop? Don't these people change it? We have Kanye West is now Yee. Snoop Dogg, is he Snoop something else?
He was Snoop
No,
Lion.
he was
for a
Snoop
time.
Lion when he was promoting his kind of
Yeah, they changed their name.
reggae bullshit, and then he
They
changed
get out
back.
of they get reprogrammed.
Well,
Change
it's an
their name.
update.
Yeah,
they get an update.
Yep.
It's to
Like
keep
an
relevancy.
SOS system.
Whatever the
iOS. I said SOS.
Well, they're sending out. It's a system, right? They're all playing a role. The role is they're the TV personality that sells products. They're brands, right? Brands within brands. Brought to you and sponsored by. You can figure out people's allegiances based on their sponsorships. Whatever merchant clan that they adhere to, just go ahead and admit it, right? You might as well wear a little symbol on your chest saying that you're sponsored. That's what I want. I want everybody to put on their chest their fucking icons like everybody's a NASCAR driver. I want jumpsuits, blue and white, and I want all of the logos of what you believe on so that we could just start associating people with their fucking hobbies and not having to look at their pronouns on Twitter. What do you think? Self-branding each other, right? So we can just judge each other immediately instead of trying to enjoy the ride.
I'll be absolutely honest with you in regards to pronouns. Is like, you can refer to yourself any fucking way you want, but if I meet you, okay, and I perceive you to be a miss, and I refer to you as such, and you go, actually, no, that's not how I want to be referred to. I want to be referred to as this, and you start chewing me out without politely correcting me first, then you're just an asshole.
Here.
I'll call you whatever the fuck I want to call you.
My adjectives are gods and prophets. Feel free to kneel down and worship me, minion.
But hey, so what are you guys having to eat tonight?
Oh,
Pork chops?
Veggie tacos.
Veggie tacos and
okay.
Honestly, a little bit of nachos.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We had that last night, but I made so much of it tonight.
Nice.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I make some bomb ass veggie tacos. I make good tacos anyway.
So,
but my guac, let me tell you something.
We had guacamole,
almost as good as my pussy.
Avocado toast. And
Talon wouldn't know.
It was delicious.
Oh, Talon does know.
As long as it's not green and creamy, then you're okay.
Oh my god. Wait a second. Stop. Hold the presses. Talon knows.
All right, this is a great episode.
He tried to cover my mouth.
Does Talon know? Talon knows.
Talon knows what? 'Cause I don't fucking know.
Talon doesn't eat pussy. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh,
yes.
yeah, what?
Shit,
Talon.
he eats mine.
Talon.
Oh, shit.
How was it? Hold on, everyone. I gotta know. How was it?
None
It was
none of your
great.
fucking business. That's what it
It was great.
Oh, that sounds like a position of weakness to me. Okay, dude. Come over this side. Where we It's all good, dude.
It was a pleasant surprise. I was so shocked.
So he did it on his own. You didn't have to ask him.
No, I don't believe in forcing anybody to do anything.
Yeah, the only forcing is throat control.
Yeah.
Hey, just wait until you get to actually try one of those miracle berries, bud. Then you'll never want to come up for air.
I don't know, man. It's not going to taste like pumpkin pie.
I just want everyone to know that he's blushing right now.
I hope he is. I'm blushing. I'm
No.
blushing. And
You know what, dude?
I'm so proud
You know
of
what,
him.
dude? Good for you. Good for you.
Seriously.
And you know what? Do you know what, Yogi? Like, it's about fucking time. Well played. Well played, my
Yeah,
love.
you just have to sit and look pretty. You know, that's all you gotta do.
At the point
Been
where
doing that
she's
for
the
so
mother of
fucking
your
long, bro.
first child, you might as well just say, you know what?
I mean, we're pretty much bonded for life here.
That
Gosh, I wish we just opened up the episode with that. Good Lord.
I could just imagine the conversation. Listen, I'm going to be carrying this shit for 9 months because of you. The least you can do is eat my box. So,
Right.
you know.
Don't go near my
right.
ass because I don't do that shit.
No, that's next.
No.
That's next.
Hell no. He'll get.
No,
I'll-
Hollywood would be better if they laid off the child fucking.
Oh my god. Oh,
I'm so proud of you, buddy. Did he try like touching it with the tip of his tongue first, like he didn't know what was going on, like he was kind of grossed out?
that
You know
motherfucker.
what
That motherfucker went full Thanksgiving dinner. Okay.
I mean?
My
All right.
confidence does not end on this fictitious boundaries of your guys' timid bullshit lifestyle.
He
Nothing you just said makes any sense.
He ate it like his mama made it. Okay.
like he be like saying the shit to me and Mayo as he's picking fucking pubes out of his teeth. Dude, you can't go back now, dude.
matters!
Oh,
I mean, I'm just assuming that Miss Yogi, that you like to go all natural, so it's probably like
Oh
really
no.
hard.
No.
Whoa.
I shaved that shit.
you got
Wait, so why is it okay for you?
Well, I mean, because I don't. Well, first of all, when you get a lot of hair down there, it gets itchy.
I don't want Velcro.
Yeah, it gets itchy, and
No.
I just don't like that look at all. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say that I haven't gone full bush before, like when I'm fucking feeling lazy.
It's going down in the jungle.
But yeah, it doesn't get full hair.
I
not
heard
for
some
long.
toucan calls a couple times.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I now need to Google what a toucan sounds like.
But it just, it looks better, when you're wearing a thong and, and we used to go to the beach a lot. It's starting to cool down, but I don't want no 80s fro. I've tried different looks. I've done the clitler, I've done the clitler. But for the most part, all of it it's all gone.
Hold on, ready?
Don't you dare.
Yep.
Oh. I'm so pleased for you too. There's been
Yeah.
like so much good things happening. You've got a baby on the way. Mayo's got one on the way as well.
I like to practice
Yogi be getting things sorted. It's all good.
I was
all
so
right,
excited.
so
I was so excited for you, Talon, that I had to go grab my wife and have her tell you congratulations. Eating pussy for the first time. Tell him congratulations.
Gosh.
listen, it's something I've been saying ever since I started broadcasting, is that you want to practice what you preach. You want to enjoy life. What I've always butted heads with is this idea of self-censorship in order to try and gain likes. People don't like you just because you say the right things. They don't give a fuck about you. At the end of the day, they're going to close down whatever browser they're using and they're going to go about their days. What you got to do is you got to be able to enjoy your vibration, your story, without it being on some fucking plinth for people to consume as entertainment. I love my life. I am filled with joy on a daily basis, no matter what we're doing or the hustle we're doing or what we're just smiling about or the horror movie we'll be watching. We just watched a movie called, what was it called? It was a Jordan Peele film. Us.
Get
Us? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Beautiful film. No spoilers, but my interpretation of the symbolism inside of a monkey paw studio was watch it. And I'm interested to see if they're going to have any more than 5 films where Jordan Peele is the director before he has an accident and is harvested as the next body for the cycle.
He is a talented motherfucker, to be fair. So.
He
Yes.
is.
I love his Twilight series. Twilight Zone.
I think out of all of them, the movie with the alien rodeo was the weakest because there wasn't enough incest.
Is that Nope? Or is that...
Not enough incest.
Yeah, there was no love interest. There's no real titties or ass. So it was real hard to watch people awkwardly shuffle around and look confused. I got the P-Valley mindset, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
I need me a stripper on the pole. Or I need the Rise of Kanan, you know? I need my drama. I can't do it when people are just looking confused around and complain.
I'd like to get a thank you for introducing.
Fucking Power Series by 50 Cent is phenomenal. Yay, you're slacking off. Get into media and start publishing your own shit. It'll be hilarious. I gotta watch it too.
Is it ye or is it yay? I think it's yay.
I'm not saying yay.
Well, I mean, what I would say though is I reckon that's what the kind of documentary might be, because he does that. He like dips his toe in it and then goes, "Okay, I know. I think I know what I'm doing here," and then he goes in. So, because he did that with music, he did it with fashion, and now he is expressing an interest in TV and media. So,
and which is why I feel
space.
like this outrage cycle is deliberate to make people follow him to non-established sources to be the biggest fish in a small pond. It works. It fucking works. He's got to ride the hate to appreciate.
Amen.
A fucking man.
A woman.
Steak sauce.
A woman.
Speaking of, those tacos. Nachos.
Nachos?
Nachos.
You don't want tacos?
You're trying to hit me with a vegetable sensation, and I'm just looking at you like, fruits.
Okay.
Fruits.
Nachos.
I can do nachos. Do we have that spicy salsa? As long as we have the spicy salsa, all I need, really.
Sounds really good.
Black beans, layer on.
I'm gonna have some baked chicken tonight.
Fuck chicken.
What's
I
your
have, like,
what are you guys having for dinner?
I've had rice, which had some like kind of Greek spices in it, which I did myself, and then I threw in some like peas and green beans and some spinach, and then I threw some tuna on top, canned tuna on top. Just keep it simple today. So,
I love Greek food. Love Greek.
Fuck the Greek.
Love Greek food. Love Arabic food. I like food with spices and flavor.
Yeah, see, this is where you and I agree and disagree at the same time.
Yeah, you say that, but fuck up some.
I mean, I will because I'm Italian. I'm just better than that.
Of your tribal men. Everybody thinks they're better than it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I might as well just own up to the fact that I'm the best and have the haters hate and appreciate.
Hey, beat your chest.
and here's me just sitting in England with all my colonialism, thinking, "Fuck these guys." So, you know,
Why don't you come over here
I'll
and
let
try
them
to sell me some tea?
no, I don't need to sell you some tea. I'm gonna keep it right where it is. I don't want you throwing any tea that I'd be bringing over into the fucking ocean. So get fucked.
No, he would do that right in front of you, right as you hand
I know
it
he.
to him.
I know he
He
fucking would.
would. He would.
So here's the thing. When I come over, I'm gonna bring you guys some Yorkshire tea to drink. Okay, it's not to be thrown. It's good. It's nice tea. It's a good cup of tea.
I mean, you know what? I'm looking forward to that. We're definitely gonna do that. I'm gonna make my see. I want to do so. I have this idea where I want to throw breakfast as a barbecue.
That sounds amazing, actually.
And what I really want to do is I've been falling in a passionate fucking frenzy of making French toast. I love making French toast.
Do you do it
It's
sweet
just
or do you do it savory?
now I do. What would you say, sweet or savory, baby? So what I do is I use oat milk, extra creamy oat milk. and I use two teaspoons of vanilla extract.
Oh, he threw a fit when I told him not to use regular milk. He was so pissed.
I was pissed.
He was pissed. I'm like, babe, get the oat milk. And now he's like, I like this oat milk, but it has to be extra creamy.
It has to be extra creamy. If that fucking nut juice isn't squeezed to extra frothy perfection, when it hits my lips, I won't get that satisfying white mustache.
I know that creamy oatmeal you're talking about, and it's delicious. So, here.
You'll have to like shoot me the brand when you find out.
Honestly, you're gonna be surprised. I don't like name brand. I like the generic. I like the generic fucking brand from whatever supermarket I'm at, but it has to be extra creamy because the various flavors they try to add sugar and shit into it. And I don't want that. I want the...
No, I'll have my own sugar.
Branding matters. The best brand for any type of nut milk is Elmhurst because they literally use... It'll be
I know it's great, but it's like $7 a fucking bottle.
True. That's why we need to buy our own nuts because I have a juicer.
Listen, baby, I can provide the nuts. You can juice them.
You're going to have to pull them out of her first.
Hey, speaking of... That sounds great. Fuck yeah. I love food. And I love talking with you guys. And I'm Talon Truth.
Mark Santana.
Mark Karoshi.
Ah, she's running.
And I'm Yogi Bear.
And this has been Gods and Prophets talking about Kanye West. How he's America's outrage test. Stay angry.